Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to my Rage Nightmare difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the final section to Hijacked Well. So when you drop down into this little tunnel area, there's going to be a bunch of mutants that will hide behind the pillars. You'll notice I've got the Authority machine gun on because I've got 400 rounds of pure death, and you don't really need too much precision on this area. There is a lot of them. A couple have guns. Be aware of the ones with guns because they're definitely the most dangerous because they will sit behind the ones rushing you and shoot you from a distance. And as soon as you take too much damage like I just did then, sit behind the pillars, regenerate, and then go back out and clean up. Clean up shop. There's a grenade, so I'll have to push forward away from that one. But you should never get killed by grenades. They are nowhere near as lethal as they are in some other games. They're quite hilarious more than anything, the fact that they don't do that much damage, and a grenade in a hardest difficulty to me should always be insta-death. There's no two ways about it. If you are close enough to that baby, it should kill you. And this section here, which I just paused for some random reason, I'm going to be putting on my crossbow with electrical rounds because there's two enemies that are going to gradually walk into the water that you can hit with the electricity. I completely messed that up there and get really unlucky because you'll notice I hit the damn bar on the railing, which is... I couldn't do that if I wanted to, so that just goes to show how unlucky that little technique was. But it will clear a bunch of the guys out, and then you can push down, and I do believe you trigger one more spawn in this area. There we go, there's the next spawn. There's the next arrow of electricity, getting rid of everything. And then when you go to the middle of this area, there's a right turn here, and there's usually two guys at the end of the corridor that will shoot you from the furthest piece of cover they can find. And they're a bloody nuisance, but if you rush down the corridor, you use the cover, the little juts in the side of each part of the walkway, you shouldn't have, you know, any problems getting to them and cleaning them up. I try and electrocute them. It doesn't work because they're not in the water, so just do it the old-fashioned way and shoot them in the face. Oh, do I get them with a grenade? No, the grenade goes through the grate and... Oh, how unlucky is that? I couldn't do that again if I tried, if I'm completely honest. Just crazy. But I get impatient anyhow and I rush forward and decide to point blank them, which is always a good technique if you're confident you're going to win. If you don't think you're going to win, don't do it. It's just suicide. And luckily enough, Rage isn't that difficult on Nightmare, so you don't die as quick as you would on, say, Call of Duty. If this was Call of Duty, you would be dead in that scenario. If this was Gears of War 3, you would be dead as well. This game, you can do it. But this area is interesting as well, because when you turn the wheel, a bunch of mutants are going to spawn. There's going to be a couple on the balcony that will turn the door to stop you from going through it, and a bunch that will rush you. And once you press it, if you move towards the gate, it blocks the people on the bridge from being able to shoot you, and it will always funnel the guys who jump down, because they have to come up the stairs to get you now. And you can just use it to your advantage. If you get overrun, if you pull back here, there is a cheeky corner where nobody can hurt you except for the melee guys, but you will be facing the direction they come from and you'll be able to put them down with some well-placed shotgun fire. And this is a very easy room that could be quite challenging if you don't know the good spots. But just keep shooting them. That guy got unlucky because I was not aiming at him. But nature of the beast once again, just keep murdering dudes, crawl under, and then you can push on to the next section. And I don't know about this, there's something about this area of the game I didn't enjoy. It's not that it's bad, it's just dull. It's very dark, very dismal, and you're taking on the mutants that you've been killing quite a lot. And this is a nice section, because this is when humans actually do make a difference, because you're going to be meeting up with some of the security forces of Wellspring now. They don't do much, but it's nice to see them there, it's nice to feel like they're involved. So you push forward here, they're going to get shot to bits. I'm doing something on my inventory. Oh, I'm going to be... No, what am I doing? Am I changing weapon? Alright, I put the sniper rifle on, which is a pretty good strategy, because there's going to be a bunch of dudes on balconies. Don't you just hate that? When there's only a little bit of his face poking out, and every time you move the aimer incrementally, you're still just a couple pixels wide. Always funny. But just clean up as many as you can before you enter the room, because as soon as you get in there, you're just going to go up to the balcony once you press the button to raise the platform, and you're going to leave this area and do this level. It is that simple. This is the last firefight of the Wellmaster area, of the Hijacked Well. And there is a lot of enemies, but the closer to them that you are, the more damage you're going to do, because they really can't seem to deal with you up close, especially if you're using the shotgun. The shotgun is fantastic. But just keep doing your rage thing, keep trimming dudes down, keep shooting, keep persevering. And in 1 week, I will be putting my pearly tones over Batman Arkham City, and hopefully saying something a little bit more, strategic based than shoot people in the face. Because I do think some first-person shooters can be very difficult to commentate over because there's not a lot you can say. And right now, I don't have any random topics because I've not really done much today. I've not watched any TV or watched any series or checked the internet, so I'm completely out of, ideas for something to bullshit over on this moment in time. And when you've got a game that's actually hard, it's a lot easier to talk strategy for. I mean, on Rage, I could go on all day about what I think is good, but at the end of, your playthrough, you might not have even touched half of the things I've mentioned. So it can make it kind of challenging, especially when the hardest thing on this game is dying. It's really tough to die sometimes, especially if you play it intelligently. And this is weird, because I should have picked up the vial that's in this machine, but instead of doing that, I tried to press the levers, and I completely forgot about that. So the reason I couldn't touch the lever is because I had to pick up that vial. Once you do that, you can get on up the platform, and you can leave the well and go and cash this mission in. Another well-earned bit of booty. So we're gonna get, I think you'll probably get about $200 for this mission, maybe $100. It all depends. What is kind of weird though, once you do this, you have to take that vial to the doctor over in his little base, and that's a bit annoying, but what can you do? Not a lot. And go back to the Wellmaster's office. Don't make the mistake of going back to the sheriff like I usually do, because I'm so ingrained of running up his stairs and going into his bloody room. But there's Carlson. He really reminds me of those pit droids of Star Wars. It's that helmet. That's what it is. So there you go. Mission completed. Now he's going to talk for a little bit, and he's going to give us the vial. Tell us to take it to Gavasir, or whatever the hell he's called. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing in the next video. So, as usual, people, thanks for watching. I hope the guide's helping. It's not really, the toughest of games, but there are a couple of sections that might catch you out. But as always, you take care now.